Hello Blood Bowl fans, welcome to the highlights and results for the B&T PS4 League Division 4 Week 5. As the season is nearing the end, it's looking tight for those top 3 promotion places. The first match this week was the Northern Blitzers versus the Pain Boys, a good result needed for one of those teams to keep them in the running. A total brawl of a game, with the Pain Boys missing 3 Black Hawks due to injury and the Blitzers missing their star player, the Butcher. It was a pretty level matchup with bodies flying everywhere. However, an uncompleted catch by the Humans gave the ball away to the Orcs, who promptly dodged, weaved and passed their way through to a turn 8 touchdown, giving them a 1-0 lead into the second half. Some great defensive work by the Pain Boys shut the Humans out for the most of the half, and both teams were looking the worse for wear. It was looking grim for the Humans as the clock was ticking down. However, a burst to the end zone by a linesman on turn 16 with only a successful catch to level the score. It looked on the cards, but the catcher, Mindgeld, was inaccurate with his pass and the game finished 1-0 to the Pain Boys. A great result for the Orcs, showing off their passing game as well as their resilient defence, whilst my team need to stop killing people and actually score some touchdowns. Next up is the Rampant Burning Knucklers versus Darkblade 34, who had a mountain to climb against the current league leaders. It was a brutal game from start to finish, with the Burning Knucklers inflicting 6 injuries and a death on the Dark Elves, and they just couldn't keep up with the violence, despite causing 2 injuries to the Humans and playing the right game of hit and run. It just unravelled after turn 2, and it was a war of attrition that they couldn't win. Thanks to a combination of passing and tackling, Rib Gardner posted a turn 5 touchdown for the Knucklers, and they continued to pile on the pressure, with the Dark Elves fumbling a throw resulting in a nail-biting close to the first half, the Dark Elves only trailing by 1 touchdown. However, a determined drive forwards by the Humans caused havoc with the Dark Elves' defence, with the Elves being injured left, right and centre, giving the Humans a turn 11 touchdown, again by Rib Gardner. With 4 players left on the pitch, there was nothing for the Darkblade to do but aim to survive, although I spoke too soon when I wrote this, as the Humans killed off Beth Bean, who was MVP as well for this match. Ouch. A turn 13 touchdown ensued by Big Bandage, followed by a turn 16 touchdown by Rib Gardner, giving him a hat-trick and a 4-0 result to the Burning Knucklers. Unlucky for Darkblade, who started well and played the right game, but Burning Knucklers showing why they are top of the division, and they look promising for the end of season bowl if they can keep injury free. Next on the slab for a forensic analysis is OFMC versus Haunted Forest, both teams seeking to keep up the march to Division 3. Both teams are shaping up well with some really scary skilled up players, but it was OFMC that pipped it this time out with a really well worked turn 8 touchdown by Olvarsson. Both teams showed off a very strong defensive game, with neither team able to break through for a further touchdown, with the final result being 1-0 to OFMC, with no turn 16 touchdown this time for Forest. Not the result that Forest were looking for, but they are still in it, whilst OFMC are going from strength to strength this season, and it was an important win for them, showing that they can pack a punch with 7 injuries inflicted. The final matchup was Great Balls of Fire versus Miss Draenor Dredgers, for what turned out to be a titanic struggle with 5 touchdowns between them. The Balls of Fire looked on good form, with 2 successful passes, 9 knockouts inflicted and 2 injuries inflicted. However, the Elves played well, with their thrower Elminster throwing 4 successful passes, and they showed intelligent movement when possessing the ball. The Dredgers took first blood with an impressive turn 2 touchdown by Poe, their catcher, although a missed throw on turn 4 resulting in the Dwarfs taking back the ball and securing a turn 4 touchdown in an awesome end zone to end zone play. A timely tackle by the Dwarfs on turn 8 kept the score 1-1 at the end of the first half. Great Balls of Fire started the second half with 2 injuries on the Elves in a row, and however, Denin, the Elf Blitzer, found space and dodged to a turn 11 touchdown, giving the Dredgers a 2-1 lead. But the Balls of Fire struck back with an excellent turn 15 touchdown by Justify, levelling the match to 2-2. With the pressure on them, the Elves rose to the occasion with a breathtaking turn 15 touchdown, albeit with a bit of help with an extra turn being added on by Riot. Overall, a great match, with the Balls of Fire showing how much they have improved already this season, but some great passing plays by the Dredgers really showing their class. So without further ado, let's look at the top of the leaderboard, with Burning Knucklers leading still with 4 wins and a draw, whilst OMC still sit at second, followed closely by Haunted Forest, but the Pain Boys are on the march in 4th. Myth Drain or Dredgers seem to be doing pretty well this season now they got off the ground running, sitting in 5th, whilst the Nordland Blitzers have slipped down to 6th, not really have a good time of it now. Whilst in 7th and 8th you've got Balls of Fire and Darkblade, both without a win or a draw, but that's soon to change, I think. Anyway, thank you for watching, and should be getting the next week's action out soon, and don't forget to have a look at the Belcher report by Cole. I'll put his Twitch down in the description below. Take a look, reviews all the divisions, it's really worth the watch. Right, stay tuned.